Welcome back to another video, guys, and today we're looking at early career teachers and what are the chances of them getting a job. You can see in all the different Facebook groups and all the different people on Twitter, on Instagram, all the new teachers, the big worry is, can you get a job? When you're finishing your teacher training, when's the right time to apply? What are the chances of you getting one? How do you get one? Now, in various videos on this channel, please do go have a look. I've answered most of those questions, but today we're going to look at what are the actual chances of you getting a job. And the good news for you, if you're doing your teacher training right now, is they're actually quite high. I did a video recently talking about the teacher shortage. I'll try and remember to link it up there. And if I do, or if not, go have a look on my channel. It was only a few videos ago. There's actually a teacher shortage going on across the country, so it's definitely possible for you to get a job. Did you know that 10% of teachers in the country right now are actually in their first year of teaching? They're currently early career teachers. That is a huge number, and I think it's quite incredible to think that that number of people are just in their first year of teaching. I think it's after 3 years, a third of teachers have quit and moved on to something else. Now that doesn't say a lot very good about the teaching profession, and hopefully that's something we can improve by being open and honest about teaching and encouraging people to get the right support when they need it, which is why I make these videos. But it is a good thing in terms of you guys if you're currently looking for a teaching job. So we're going to go into here about what your chances are to get a job, whether or not you will get one, and hopefully help give you a few tips on how to get one too. So as I said, first of all, the chances you're getting a job are huge. 100% you can get a job if you apply and find the right school. That's not to say every single teaching post that is up for grabs online or wherever you're looking to find those jobs is available for an ECT. However, the vast majority are. When you go have a look at an application, it will say somewhere whether they're looking for an experienced teacher or not, and I had a quick browse online, and the vast majority of applications that I clicked on had something similar to what is on the screen right now, saying that they were looking for an ECT, jobs open for an early career teacher, or experience is not necessary. Now, those types of jobs are widely available if you're looking at the right time. Generally, that is kind of after Christmas, going up into spring, and they will be available right up until September, but at that point there is a lot fewer as well. Right now it's February going into March, and I could already see a fair few jobs online when I looked. So 100% there are jobs out there for you. Now, you might be asking, why would someone want to employ an early career teacher when they could just employ an experienced one? Now, as we said, some posts are for experienced teachers if you're looking at kind of senior leadership posts or posts where they're saying the job involves leading a subject like English or maths, that kind of thing. Those jobs are generally for more experienced teachers. That's something that I've not started doing yet, and I'm looking to in the future. But like I said, I've only been teaching up to 4 years now. I've got a long way to go and a lot of experience to gain before I get to that point. However, lots of schools are looking for class teachers in the classroom that they want to be able to help. Now, they want this for a variety of reasons. Number one, and being brutally honest, early career teachers are cheap. They get paid the least of all teachers because they start on M1, which is the bottom of the pay scale. If you're more interested in what the pay scale is, I have done a video again, I'll try and link it up there somewhere. But they are cheap. They're at the bottom of the pay scale, which makes it very appealing for a school that might be tight on funds. As we all know, schools and budgets, they don't really go well. They're never large enough for what the teachers want to do with the class, and so cheap teachers is always a good thing. So they're always looking for that if they can afford one. If they can afford a new teacher, they would look for a cheaper one to be able to use the rest of the budget elsewhere. Secondly, is head teachers generally want teachers to work in the same manner as they do. So when they're looking for a new teacher to work in their school, are they going to look for an experienced teacher that's been teaching for 30 years, is very set in their ways and teaches in a different style to them? Or are they going to look for an early career teacher, someone like you who hasn't done much teaching yet but is very eager, very keen to learn, and will learn in the style that the head teacher wants? When the head teacher offers them advice, they'll take it on board and they'll put it into action. Head teachers want teachers that will work with them rather than against them if they disagree with them. And as an early career teacher, you are looking to take on all the advice, take on all the learning you can and put it into practice in the classroom. So again, that is very, very appealing for a head teacher. They're looking for people they can work well with, but they can also then train and mold in the way they want to teach. I know when I teach in the same kind of style, I try to, in the way that I've been taught to, and most of that learning has come from being on the job from the senior leadership team, the head teachers and the people I've observed in my own school, and I can see the different lessons that I've taken on from them that I now put into practice. I'd be a very different teacher if I'd have taught in a different school because I learned from different people. So 100% guys, people are looking for early career teachers, and they can definitely get jobs if they want to. Now, we're going to go into a little bit more detail about how and why that might be. So in terms of how to get a job and what the chances are once you do, you will more than likely come up against other people that are similar to you when you go to apply. So if you have applied to a job, you've put in your application form, you've put in your cover letter, you've given in your CV, whatever it is you've had to do, and the school has said, yes, come to an interview. The next step is do not worry about getting to the interview and come up against someone with 20 years experience. If that school wanted someone with that much experience and that much much experience teaching in the classroom, they wouldn't have given you an interview, would they? If they're looking for someone with no experience and you don't have any, then don't worry about your lack of experience, because they are ready for that. They expect that. You do have some experience because you've done your teacher training. Now, whether that was 1 year, whether that was 3 years, whether you've worked in 2 schools, 3 schools, 5 schools, just emphasize how much you've done. All of your experience, I assume, is written truthfully on your CV and on your application form and everything else. The school will have already read that and will already understand that. So they're not going to be worried about the fact that you haven't worked in 100 schools already, because they already know it. They've already read it on your CV. What they are looking for is whatever experience you do have, they are obviously hoping it has been a really good experience, that it has helped you, it's shaped you, it's turned you into this really keen early career teacher who's looking for more learning, who's looking for more opportunities, and who's looking to learn to be the best teacher they can be. Now, that is all really important, that you are bigging yourself up in that sense, and you're showing that you're eager to learn, you're really keen, because that's what they're looking for in an ECT. They're looking for that person who's keen to learn, who wants to take on board advice and wants to start teaching in the way that they want to teach. This is something you can really show across by looking at the school website before you go to your interview as well, because you want to be applying for a school that matches the ethos of your learning. If you're looking for a school that excels in sport, then find one on the website and talk about that as part of your interview. And so that's what you want to really excel in yourself in terms of your teaching. You want to progress in your sports teaching, and you know this is a good school to do that because of its excellence in sports at that school. Use what's on the website to show off in your interview, show off your own skills, show off your own ability to learn, and your willingness to do all of the above. The final thing today is kind of the common sense one, is that yes, you can definitely get a job, because you right now looking to get a teaching role, you're the future of teaching. You're the person that's going to bring in the new ideas. You're the one that's going to show the next generation of children how to achieve what they want to achieve in life. You're the person that's going to be bringing on teaching into the 21st century and beyond. So much of teaching is sadly a little bit backdated because of budget cuts over the last 20 years. Things have not managed to evolve as quickly as they possibly should. Now, we are just seeing now things like technology really being brought into the classrooms. And you, as you start your teaching journey, are the teachers that are going to bring that through properly, implement that in classrooms. I'm sure you all have a really good understanding of technology. You're all very capable of using it. The children you're going to be teaching are, and you're going to be the ones that are bringing this into the classroom. Being good at technology is a vital part of teaching nowadays, and it's something that, you can really show off in an interview, and it's a reason why you can definitely get a job as an ECT. Lots and lots of schools have lots of teachers that are not confident with technology, or teaching assistants that aren't confident with technology, and as each year passes, technology is more and more integrated into all parts of the school life. So make sure that you're telling the people in your interview that you are capable, you are confident with technology, you've used it in this and this way, and list all the different times you've used technology in classrooms. Talk about using a smart board, using Active Inspire, you use that. Use all the various different software, using active boards, using Chromebooks, laptops in sessions, spreadsheets, everywhere where you've used technology. It's so important in the classroom nowadays, not only for yourself, for recording data, recording assessments, for your planning, but things like using OneDrives. There are still schools out there that don't have a OneDrive system, and all their work is just kept on memory stick. Things like OneDrive, where it's a cloud sharing system and teachers can share files on different computers easily without having to save them onto memory sticks and plug the memory stick in. That is not only a way of doing it that's much easier and saves time, which is always important for a teacher, but it's much safer. Memory sticks are known for carrying viruses. You can easily put a virus onto a memory stick and it can then be plugged into a computer. That is something that can be completely gone away with once you have a OneDrive system or the equivalent. You can also not lose a OneDrive system. It's left on the computer, it's there. Memory sticks can get lost down the backs of sofas, under chairs, in car footwells. So again, show off technology, show off that you can use it. Bring in those ideas as an ECT. They're looking for someone who's got all these new ideas that can, liven up the school, invigorate it, and help push on for the next generation of children coming through, the next generation of teachers. And you are going to be at the forefront of that. So by all means, show that you're willing to learn from them, but also bring in your own ideas. Tell them what you're looking to do as a teacher. What are you trying to bring into the school to help it make it a better place? Now, don't be arrogant about it, because you do have a lot to learn, and you will always have a lot to learn. I do still at 4 years in. But do offer the ideas and say, look, this is something I've been thinking about. Do you think this would work? How might this work? Give your ideas about what type of thing you want to achieve, and leave it up to them on whether they think that's the right fit. If they think that is something they can do at your school, and they like you, and they think you're a good teacher and everything else, then they will be offering you the job, and you can get going with your vision. If not, then again, that doesn't mean to get rid of it, doesn't mean to scrap the idea. Get some feedback on what they thought about it. Hopefully they'll give you some, though not all schools do, and then move on to the next school, and the next school might be the right fit. You might not get your first teaching job, you might not get your second, you might not get your third, but you will get one if you keep on applying, keep on persisting with it. And even if not, and you end up going to something like supply teaching for a while, use that as good experience. You can still do your ECT period as a supply teacher, and then hopefully eventually you'll move into a permanent position in a primary school, or even a temporary one that can turn into permanent. Most schools do that again nowadays. They'll give you a temporary job for a year. Then at the end of that year, if you've passed your first year of your ECT time, then you'll move into a permanent position, or possibly at the end of your second year. So just keep on persisting with it, because there is the chance, every chance, that the next position you apply for will be your one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and you found this very useful. And if you've got any questions about the application process, about what it's like being a teacher, about your first year as a teacher, all those kind of things, and do put a comment down below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Go have a flick through the videos I've got on my channel, because I've got lots and lots on there all about what it's like being a teacher, types of things you can expect to come up, especially in your first year if you're training currently. And as always, thank you very much for watching. There'll be a new video every Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, and I'll see you there.